Hey Vault Hunters, what's up? This is the new DLC for Borderlands 2. It's
Hey Vault Hunters, what is
Baha's
up?
Bloody
This is
Harvest.
the new DLC for
Now this
Borderlands
DLC
2.
is a
TK
Halloween
Baha's
themed
Bloody Harvest.
now DLC.
TK
for,
Baha's Bloody
Borderlands
Harvest
2
is a
Halloween themed DLC
October
for
22nd.
Borderlands 2.
And it's
came
the
out
first of
Tuesday,
three
October
planned
22nd,
headhunter packs,
and it's the
that are
first
scheduled
of
for
three
release
planned
by the end
headhunter
of
packs
2013.
that are scheduled for release by the end
What a
of
headhunter pack is basically
the
headhunter
DLC.
They're
Probably
they're
all
basically
three of
just
them are only going to consist of
one
map area.
That's what
this
DLCs consisted of.
Basically, after you defeat the boss, you're going to get a boss
is
skin
defeated,
for your
you get
character. A head skin for your character.
Head skin for
And I imagine they're
character.
probably, I'm thinking if they'd done one for
these are,
Halloween,
very small DLCs.
probably the third one is going to be Christmas, and who knows what the second one's going to be. We'll have to see about that. So, TK Baha. If you played Borderlands 1, you know who he is. He was the first guy, or one of the first guys to basically give you missions while you were in Firestone. And he was, I think even in Borderlands 1, he was I think blind, had one leg, and he never moved out of his chair. So basically he's the same thing now, except for he's a zombie. And what he does is he tells you, you need to kill the pumpkin kingpin. And so he just gave us the mission there, and I just went over to go to the pumpkin kingpin, but unfortunately, before you get there, he locks the gate, and he puts a lock on it, and then TK tells you gotta go get a key for it, but you just don't have to go get a key. You gotta go get key parts. So you have to kill these enchanted corpses, and what happens after you kill these enchanted corpses is they drop a part, and there's 3 different sections, and no matter how many corpses that you kill in each section, you'll only get one part for each section. So you got to go to all 3 different sections, and when you get the very last one, TK, he'll tell you to go to the blacksmith, and you need to forge your 3 parts and make it into a key. And unfortunately, when you get to the forge, you don't just get to make the key. You gotta defeat another small mini boss, and this mini boss is Sully this time. And Sully, basically, he's on a spider ant, basically, and he's throwing hammers at you the whole time. This is actually a really small area right here. He's not too hard to take down. I was pretty high leveled up because this was the very first playthrough. I just wanted to see what the DLC was about, see what enemies would what elemental damage or properties you were going to have on your guns to defeat some of these enemies. When you go to your like level 61 or 72, depending on which one you got, or maybe just level 50. So he went down pretty easy right there, but I am level 61, but I do believe that was a level 22 gun. So after you defeat him, you get to pick up his hammer, and you got to make a key over at the anvil. And, so you just place your parts down pretty easy, and then you get to whack the parts 3 times together, and it'll make a key. And then once you get the key, you just got to head back over to where that lock was and unlock the door. And after you unlock the door, the boss area is pretty close by, but you don't get to fight the boss just quite yet. There seems to be another problem, and they'll basically TK will say he's the Pumpkin King, so he's living underneath the ground, and you can't make him. The only way you can make him come up is by flooding his pumpkin patch. So what you have to do is you have to try to turn these windmills on so you can flood the pumpkin patch, and unfortunately you get swarmed by all of these. I can't remember what they're called, but They're the Halloween version of the rack. And I had a pretty low level gun, and it really wasn't taking the rack out very well, and I kind of got caught off guard. And for a second, I started getting swarmed by about 20 of them, but it wasn't too bad. And after you basically dispatch all the rack, it's you have to take out their nests, and basically all you have to do is just shoot their nests. They're 4 of them are real easy to get to. There's no enemies after you kill all of these rack. But the third windmill is in a different area, and if you go over there, you will have to kill some more enemies. But you can actually bypass it if you just have a sniper on you. You can actually shoot the last 2 nests from the first 2, where the first 2 windmills are. And when you play it, you'll see it's not a big deal. And after you basically blow up all of these nests, you'll have to go fight the boss, and all you have to do is turn a lever, and it'll start flooding the area, and he'll spawn. And this right here, well, you'll see me turn around. 2 of the nests will be up top in the windmills, and 2 of them will be on the bottom for the first 2, and it's the same deal with the third one. But like I said, you can just take a sniper rifle right here, and you can basically just shoot them from this second windmill right here. That's at least what I done. Maybe I shot it from the first windmill. Hold on, let's check it out and see real quick. I don't know what I'm doing over there. I explored the whole area. That's what I was doing. I was trying to find every little nook and cranny, get all I could get out of this DLC, because I knew it was going to be a short one. And actually, so just to let you guys know, yeah, the DLC, taking your time exploring everything, is probably only going to take you about an hour and a half at most, which, it only costs $3, so it's not a big deal. And it's pretty fun. The boss fight, yeah, it's getting ready to come up. So he comes out of the ground. He's mad, basically. He looks like he has some pretty powerful moves, but they look pretty slow. They don't look like they're going to be too hard to avoid. It's probably just going to take a lot of bullets to kill him. But unfortunately, after you oh, and I do believe that this has he does take immune to whatever elemental that you have on your gun. It seemed like after I started shooting him, he was basically just absorbing it. But it could be because I made him really mad. I don't know. We'll have to check that out. But after you defeat the Pumpkin King, actually his head will just pop off, and then you have to destroy that as well. So there, like I thought I was going to be done, and I was like, oh, I'll just take out my sniper, and that right there, that's the nice sniper. That's the pearlescent one. Seems to do quite a bit of damage. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I almost got him dead, so I'm taking my time, trying to get the most out of it, and then bam, full health regenerates, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I just have to take out the head. But the head just basically flies around. I'm not seeing too much of an attack from it. I mean, it shoots some fireballs, it looks like, but that's not going to be too hard to avoid either. So you just take out his head. He'll drop some loot, but it's not that great a loot. It'll be a couple of blue guns, maybe a purple gun, maybe 4 or 5 iridium, probably at best, a couple of green guns, but mostly it's just candy. And really, after you've defeated the boss, you don't really need the candy. The candy's just a way to basically get a quick power up that lasts for, I think, about 30 seconds. So after you're done with that, TK tells you to come back. You can turn it in. When you turn it in, there'll be an optional mission to do. That is the last mission, I believe. I think there's only 2 missions. There's a main mission and an optional mission. And the optional mission is just to collect some candy for him. And basically, you just got to run around the map again. But one thing I will say is every time you go to a new area in the map, all of the enemies, they will respawn just about every time. So you will have to re-kill about every single enemy in this map at least 5 or 6 times. So it actually does make it make the mission take a little while. That's why it probably, you know, will probably last about an hour and a half. So after that, there's really not much else to this map. There's a final secret boss fight, and of course it's secret, but I just told you that. And then there's a couple of Easter eggs, you know, Halloween themed Easter eggs, and I'll make a video about that later. So that's about the end of it. Hey guys, if you like the video, I appreciate it if you guys would leave a like, and peace guys, I'm out of here. See ya.